So I've reviewed quite a few controllers, and one controller I have yet to talk about that I've actually owned for quite some time now is the 8bitdo Pro 2 controller. The 8bitdo Pro 2 controller is still one of my favorite controllers to use. And part of it's because its price point is not that bad. Not only that, there's some cool features that I feel make it very easy to go ahead and especially recommend to people who use it with multiple devices. So let's start with the look of the 8bitdo Pro 2 controller. Starting off with the design. It's basically the SN30 Pro controller, just with handles on the side, making it a little bit more ergonomic for you to go ahead and hold. You do also get two back buttons down there that you can customize to your liking, so you can go ahead and map a controller button to those buttons if you need to. Now, overall design of the 8bitdo Pro 2 controller is very similar, like I said, to the SN30 Pro controller, but also a PlayStation controller. The thumbsticks being down here is very reminiscent to a PS1 or PS2 or even PS3 controller overall, in my opinion, which is not a bad thing. Now, one thing I do really like about this controller is on the back. The back, there's actually buttons here that you can actually easily go ahead and switch it between devices. It makes it very, very easy to go ahead and use it with, let's say, a Nintendo Switch, move it to a PC and back to something else like a phone or another device like a tablet or anything like that. I really do like that about this controller. It remembers what it's paired to when you're switching it to those different modes, making it very easy to go back and forth between all those devices. I use it a lot because of that reason. I can go ahead and use it on my iPad at any time, move it over to my Nintendo Switch when I'm playing with multiple people, and go back to the iPad without having to repair it, unpair, and then repair and all that other stuff. I really do like that about that controller, and it's probably one of my favorite features this controller has. There are other controllers that kind of do the similar thing, such as the KK3 Max controller that I always use on my streams or on my PC setup back here. But the issue with that is it's very slow to actually go back and forth between those modes. Not only that, with the KK3 Max controller, you have to kind of turn it on first and then switch it. And it's just, I don't know, just cumbersome. I don't like the way that's set up. Where this is just you flick the button, move it to that spot, and it'll go ahead and move to that device, which is really good. The Xbox controller also has something similar where you can pair it to your Xbox and to another device. And by pressing the top button, I believe it is, you can go and move back and forth. While that does kind of work, it kind of doesn't at the same time. I used to use it when I had my Xbox Series X and then move it over to like an iPad and then move it back. And let's just say it didn't work out the best in my opinion. Sometimes it would just randomly turn on my Xbox, even though it was paired to my iPad. And that was very annoying because then I would have to go to that and like shut that off. So there's all of that there. I don't really like that. But that is a feature that I really do enjoy about the 8bitdo Pro 2 controller. Some other cool things about the Pro 2, especially now, is that they now have Hall effect thumbsticks. Previously, the Pro 2 controller did not have Hall effect thumbsticks at all. When I purchased them, they were just regular thumbsticks. And for me, I can definitely feel the difference, especially after owning an 8bitdo Ultimate controller and a KK3 Max controller. I do tell the difference between the Hall effect thumbsticks. There's also the Retro Pocket Mini that I have that also has Hall effect thumbsticks, and like I said, it's very noticeable when it comes to that. So when you go ahead and do order the controller, you want to make sure it says Hall effect sticks, or I believe it's abbreviated as HS in some listings. Don't really remember. That, or you can go directly to the 8bitdo website and order from there. All the ones that they have, I believe, are all Hall effect sticks, if I'm not mistaken. No, I just double checked. Not all of them are Hall effect, but it will say it on the listing. They will have a little like sticker on the side that says Hall effect sticks, while other listings will say Alps joystick. So they will go back and forth between the two, but for the most part, they're all Hall effect sticks, at least from what I'm seeing that's available on their store. So you can definitely go ahead and order directly from their store and get it that way as well. There's also a bunch of cool colorways when it comes to this controller. What I usually use is the Game Boy kind of themed one, which I really do like. There's also a black one. Big shout out to Drokuma. He actually provided me with the black one, which I, really appreciate. I really do like the black one. I didn't think I was gonna like it, which is why I didn't order it, but I do like the black one. It's pretty clean. There's a bunch of transparent ones as well. There's a transparent like blue, green, and purple. I believe there's also transparent black. I don't know if they discontinued that one, but there was one of those as well. So there's a lot of options when it comes to this controller. Honestly, if you're a collector, you can just collect so many different versions of this controller. It's insane. But overall, I really do like the controller. It's a really good feel, really good for just general usage. And I haven't really had much issues when it comes to this controller. Actually, now that I remember, I did have one issue when it came to this controller. And that issue is if I am playing on my Nintendo Switch, for example, and usually the way my setup is, the Switch dock is behind my TV. So if I'm playing on there, sometimes it'll kind of like disconnects and then reconnects. And that's very annoying because if you're playing something that's like a fighting game or anything that really has timed inputs, you can sometimes feel it that it just doesn't register like your punches or stuff like that. But for the most part, if I am close up, like on my computer desk, for example, it's pretty, how can I put it? Pretty reliable. I haven't had an issue with it disconnecting there. It's only when my Switch is behind the TV. I haven't had an issue with the Steam Deck. Don't think I have. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've had issues with the Steam Deck. Haven't tried with the ROG Ally X, and that's mainly because I don't really use my ROG Ally X stock. I have to buy a dock for that first. But for the most part, the Pro 2 controller is a good controller, and I really do like it. So let me know in the comment section below, do you own a Pro 2 controller? Have you thought about buying a Pro 2 controller and wasn't sure should you get it? I think they're pretty decent, or rather really good in my opinion, and I do use mine a lot. Now I will say this, there are better controllers out there overall, but you are going to spend a little bit more money. There is also the Ambernic controller that was just released. It's about $17-18. Technically more than that. It's technically around $30 because shipping itself is around 15 bucks. But I have that coming in, so I will definitely have a review of that whenever I receive that and kind of let everybody know what I feel when it comes to that, because that controller actually has Hall Effect sticks. It's actually a lot cheaper overall. And who knows, that might be just a better controller overall. So I definitely will be testing that out and let you guys know my thoughts. But in the meantime, if you do want a Pro 2 controller, I will have a link in the description below where you can go ahead and get that. I'll also have the direct link to 8bitdo's website itself, because they typically have a lot more colorways and like exclusive colorways directly on their website. So I will have that also on the link below, or rather in the description below. So you can go ahead and order that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also follow on Twitch. I do simultaneously stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So definitely check me out on Thursday and Fridays while I do that. And every Sunday I do have the podcast where we pretty much talk about whatever gaming news there is that week. My name is James. I'll catch you guys next time.